Hi, good evening all. Welcome to Community Generated. This is a video on the channel that takes your requests for videos. So we're going to take a look at a request. I was going to throw this in another video, but it is a request, so it's on Community Generated. Here comes the clip. All right, shout out goes to David Ridley. Goes, hey Rome, I was wondering if you could do a few mock trades for some guys in the incoming deadline, or a general video on what we should acquire. I'm going to do the general video, David, okay? Because I did a mock trade not long ago. Forwards I'm looking at are Timo Meier or Sam Reinhart. Defensemen I'm looking at are Erik Karlsson, Jakob Chychrun, Shane Gostisbehere. As for goalies, Thatcher Demko, Jacob Markstrom are appealing veterans, as well as John Gibson. Just want your thoughts on who we should require for a playoff push. Okay, let's look at three. I want to see if you named them all. You did. You did. There was three. I was doing a what do you call it video tonight. There's one you didn't mention. We'll talk about him. But let's start with the big fish out there, which is, right now it's Timo Meier. So let's take a look at it. And the numbers are good, folks. Okay, I'm not saying his numbers aren't good. You know, David, I don't want to get him. I do not want to get this guy under any conditions. And I know we were rumored to him not long ago. Let's take a look. Just a bit at his numbers. His numbers are pretty good the last two seasons. But, you know, 2 short years ago, he had 12 goals in 54 games. You know, then he had a 30-goal season 2 years before that. 35 last year. This year, he's having a career season, at least in goals. I don't know if he will wind up with 76 points when it's all said and done. Looks like he will. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. It's going to be a tight fit, put it that way. But let's take a look at his contract. All right, there you guys see he's in the last year at $6 million. That's not the issue, guys. That's not what I take issue with. And no, it's not his age. It's none of that. It's right under everything. Just look at the gray line at the bottom. Qualifying offer, $10 million bucks. So for me, it's an outright no. What signal does that send our team, our kids, if we went and locked this guy even for 1 year at $10 million bucks? I think that would send a real bad message for them to get greedy. I don't want to do that. I think Timo Meier, we stay away from, and we let a team like, hopefully in our division, one of the teams like Ottawa, Montreal, Detroit, one of those 3 teams. I hope one of those 3 teams go and get him. I really do. Because he's going to hamstring them for a huge contract, and he's not going to be worth it. This guy's not an $8 million player, and he's going to get it. No thanks on Timo Meier. All right, next one. Here we go. Erik Karlsson. We don't really have to look at the numbers. We know he's having a career year this year. We know. But folks, honestly, if we do look at the numbers, he has basically sucked the last 4 years before. He has. For the money he's getting, he has absolutely sucked royally. So let's look at his horrible contract, which we don't want to go near. This is another one, David, we do not want to go near. Take a look. $11.5 million this year and the next 4 years. And think about it. His age, right? His age. Right now, he is turning 33 in a few months. That means by the time that contract's done, he's 37. He is not going to be an $11 million player. He's not even an $11 million player right now. No thanks on Erik Karlsson. I would have jumped at him years ago when he was in Ottawa. Not now. Not now. That's a horrible contract. You know, the one thing I will say, if they eat half of it, even at his age, no. 5.725, no. It's not worth it. No Erik Karlsson. We pass on him. Next one that I've been hearing, I don't know if you guys have, but I've been hearing it out here in Montreal anyway. Brock Boeser. This is the newest name out there since Horvat's gone. Now Brock Boeser is being rumored. He has been struggling this year with the points. He's just part of that Vancouver struggle right now, guys. He's a good hockey player. He's young. He still has I would say a few 30-goal seasons in him. But folks, what's alarming? He hasn't even played. My bad. He played 70 games once. Is he injury prone? This is the question. All right, let's look at the contract. 6.5 or 6.65. Hold on, guys. I got to open it up. My vision is that bad. So, yeah, 6.65 this year, next year, and the year after. For a guy that has 9 goals at the half, do you want to pay $6.65 million? Yes, he's a good hockey player. No, I don't want to pay that. They would have to give us 50%. But here's the one time I would do it, okay, David, on Brock Boeser. I would take on that contract if Vancouver traded us. No strings attached. They don't have to eat any of the salary. We'll take on the whole thing, but they send us their first round pick also, and we send them future considerations. That's the only way. That's the only way I'd do it, really. Now, let's look back at your clip. I'm going to look at your clip again. All right, we covered Timo Meier. Sam Reinhart. What's Sam making? Isn't he making like 6.5? Yeah, he's making 6.5 this year and next year. We could manage it. Do we really want Sam Reinhart back? I'll tell you what. Okay, that Sabres Embedded episode made me feel kind of bad for Reinhart. It kind of made me feel bad when he called back Adams and he thanked them and he told him he sees what they're trying to do here. He sees. I felt kind of bad for him. Do I want him for $6.5 million? No, I don't. Not for 6.5. No. Would they eat some of the salary? I don't know. Do we really want Sam Reinhart back? Well, it would be an easy fit, guys, because he's played with some of these guys. He knows them personally already. From what I could tell, he just didn't rub them the wrong way. He didn't really. I think he was fed up with the whole Jack Eichel fiasco. If you notice, okay, he didn't shoot off his mouth like Taylor Hall did when Jack was in the neck. We had Leonard shoot off his mouth. We had Hall shoot off his mouth. Sam Reinhart didn't say a word. He didn't say one bad thing about our organization. I'd be open-minded to it. $6.5 million for 2 years. I'd be open-minded to it because we could easily squeeze him in. We could. And it would be kind of not like we're getting some new face on the team. You know what I mean? A guy that's familiar with the city, familiar with the community. Was he really part of the problem back then? Not really. I think it was the guys upstairs. It's not so much the players on the ice, guys. I mean, we can blame the players all we want, but what about the guys upstairs? We had Botterill, who just looked like he just smiles there all day and talks about, I don't know, getting rid of the losing culture. And then you had, who just did this in front of the camera all the time. What's his name? Kruger. I don't know. I don't blame Reinhart so much for that. Or Risto. I just don't, Jack, he was the face of the franchise. He has to take some blame. He has to. And then you got, what's his name? Leonard, who, he's on, he put this way, guys. He's over somewhere on one of those stars around Neptune. Let's just leave that alone. All right, so defenseman, I'm looking at Erik Karlsson. We talked about Jakob Chychrun. I've touched on recently in a trade. I think we can get Jakob Chychrun. I do. But if they ask too much, then Adam should stay away, no matter what. We could use him for sure, but we're not absolutely desperate either. You know what I mean? Jakob Chychrun, I would love to get. Gostisbehere, I'm open. I am. I'm open to him. He has a very good offensive swing. And I think he'd fit in good on this team. That's actually a very good one, David. I like Gostisbehere. I didn't even think of that. That's a really good one, actually. So Gostisbehere might just be possible also. I do think we're going to get a defenseman at the deadline. What do you guys think? I think we're going to get a blue liner. I do. Okay, as for goalies, Thatcher Demko, you guys know how many times in videos have I said I love Thatcher Demko, guys. I love Thatcher Demko. I do. I know he's not too good this year, but my goodness, if we could get him and this guy gets on his game, we wouldn't have to stress about the whole Devin Levi thing, Jacob Markstrom, no. What's he making? He's making at least 6 or 7, right? Give me 1 sec there, guys. I'll just want to check that. I believe it's 6 or 6.5. Yeah, it's 6 for the next 4 years. And he's 33. No. I'd much rather go with Thatcher Demko. I would. Thatcher Demko, I know, is making $5 million because I'm a fan of his. Where's Vancouver? Way up there, Vancouver? Paying your team all that money. My goodness. Thatcher Demko, folks, where is he? Oh, right, he is on injury, eh? Yeah, he's making $5 million the next 4 years, and folks, he's 27. Thatcher Demko's a good idea, David. Absolutely. But will we do it? Will we make a pitch? If Demko's available, Vancouver are out of their minds. Out of their minds. And is there anything else I got to touch on? Oh, John Gibson. John Gibson, too. Isn't he making he's making a ton? No. I think Gibson's a great goalie, guys. I do. He's an awesome goalie. But I'd rather have Demko if I could have one of the two because of his age. Let me check Gibson's age. Oh, no, he's only 29. It's not so bad. I thought he was like 31. Okay, 6.4 the next 5 years. Yeah, I'm good with these goalies, but not Markstrom. Not at 33, no. And don't get me wrong, I think goalies can last to their 40 if they're really awesome. But why not get more leverage, It just makes more sense. If you're going to spend the same money, get the younger guy that's just as good. I mean, Vancouver let really Markstrom go after... Because you guys remember, Demko came into those playoff games and was outstanding against, I think it was Vegas. He came in those 2 games and he let in, it was like 2 goals and something like 90 shots or something. It was nuts. So that's my take, David. Yeah, I would say yes on Demko, yes on Gibson. If we can swing something that makes sense, it has to make sense, or no. Because we're going to need a few more years with our goalies, I believe. Like if let's say we send Comrie over that way as part of the package to offset the salary, they might just do it. They're tanking over there. They want to get Bedard also. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts anyway, guys. And I'm really on the fence with Sam Reinhart. I don't have any hate towards Sam Reinhart, folks. I never have, I think he was overpaid by Florida. I think they overpaid him. But not by a ton, maybe by $1 million, you know what I mean? I mean, that's a hard market to keep players too, I'm sure. So if we took Sam and it made sense, I'd be open to it because he's familiar with the franchise. He just is. And I bet there's a side of him that kind of misses it here. It's just the feeling I get anyway. All right, guys, done for this one. See you in the next one.